All right, let's dive into this 2019 Benevolent Neglect. You guys, this is a super fun wine, but before I open it, I just want to point out something in case it makes you a little nervous. You'll see this little wax top right here. All you're going to do is one of two things. One, you could just remove it with a knife, or you can just go straight in. So don't be alarmed when you see that on your bottle. It's super easy to dig right through, like you're seeing right now with my corkscrew. Just go right on through that, right into the cork, no problem. Super easy. So this 2019 Benevolent Neglect, this is a wine that we're actually featuring on an episode with Vietnamese-born Chef Min, who is doing incredible California cuisine in Los Angeles. So we're talking about all things California with Chef Min, and we couldn't think of a better producer than Benevolent Neglect to work with this delicious food. Now, if this is a producer you haven't heard of, don't worry. This is still very under the radar, but one that we have definitely been paying attention to for the last few years because these wines are so delicious. Let's get in the glass. You'll see I've got a Burgundy here. This is a blend of Grenache, Syrah, and Mourvedre. So this is your traditional Rhône blend, and this is going to amplify a lot just by sitting in the glass. But I'm going to go ahead and pick it up, stick my nose in, and already it's giving me everything that I want in that sort of like umami, definitely fruit there, but like there's this seaweed sort of like, I hate to say it, but it gives me a little bit of that like sweaty horse thing that we love so much in Chateauneuf de Pape. This wine is definitely reminiscent of that, but with all the California markings of ripe, delicious fruit. I think what's going to be really special about this wine is watching it evolve in glass, not just because it's going to take on weight, sort of like that Rosso di Montalcino, but also because it's going to give you a lot of different things by way of it being a blend. And speaking of blend, we've got a significant amount of one of my favorite unheralded grapes of the world, Mourvedre. So this is 50%, and that Mourvedre is really going to give you all of that kind of sweaty horse that I was talking about, but it's also going to give you a ton of spiciness as well. I could sit with this nose all day long. I'm so entranced by it. And this is why you want a wide glass, right? Because a wine like this is going to give you all of these great aromatics, and you want to make sure that you can get in there and enjoy them. So make sure you kind of move your head around a little bit, give it some air. You don't need to really decant this wine. I think this is a wine that's going to be delicious right as poured, and then it's going to evolve slowly in glass. But the other thing you could do is get a little chill. You could put this in your fridge for 20 to 30 minutes, get it down in temperature, and I think it would do really, really amazing things. Let's taste. Mmm. To me, this is like the best of both worlds, right? I love California wines. I love how all of that sunshine gets the fruit really nice and ripe, but I also love how they've really played with this sort of like undertow, umami, seaweed thing as well by way of keeping it a little bit more on the restrained side, which for these producers, not super unreasonable, right? If you look at who they've worked with before, Thomas Rivers Brown, right? Your heralded 100-point winemaker of Napa Valley, but then you also have Steve Mathiasen, which is going to lean in the more restrained, almost natural wine direction. So to me, you kind of have the best of both worlds here. And when we're talking about California cuisine, we really want a wine that sort of embodies the place, but also isn't super overwhelming, because a lot of times our California cuisine can be a little bit more on the delicate side. We're very produce heavy. We've got a ton of great seafood. We also have great meat. And so when we're playing around with seasonality, this is the perfect wine to do it with. I think when I'm thinking about a wine that I can drink year round, no matter what I'm eating, what season it is, this is exactly the kind of wine that I have in mind. I'm so excited that we got this wine in the shipment for you guys. This is one that I have been dying to include, and we finally got our hands on enough for you. I hope that you absolutely love it. I think that you will. I also really want you to pay attention to just the general softness of this wine. So as much as you're getting body, you're also not getting a ton of tannin. So for those of you who don't love that sort of astringency in your mouth, if you love a softer feel without it being too flabby. This is such a great wine. I think for me, I'm definitely not feeling the heat of this wine. This is only 14.2% alcohol. So they definitely keep it on the restrained side, despite the fact that it's from California. But for me, it's balanced, it's delicious, there's great acidity there. You can pair it with all your different California cuisine. And to me, this is you can have a steak, you can have a salad, you can have lots of vegetables. Your steak does not have to be the primary focus. You could do lots of different things. I think the name of the game here is just eating seasonally. Whatever you can find at your produce market or your farmer's market, that's what you should be enjoying with this wine. Eat seasonally, let the wine do its magic. It's going to ebb and flow with a lot of different dishes. Don't be afraid of salt and don't be afraid of seasoning. I think this wine also lends itself to being really nice and agile with all of those things. Can't get enough of this. I hope you love it as well. Cheers.